got this crazy situation here where someone said this is like magic water, and I can't figure out what temperature it is, so I need some help. Cooper, can you come up here? We have this water. I want to stick, can you stick both hands in it? Yeah, just completely. Does it feel hot or cold or lukewarm or? So now what I'd like you to do is take your hands out and put one hand in this water and one hand in this water. Just put it in. How does this one feel? Still cold? And how does this one feel? Warm. Okay. So your left hand feels kind of warm and your right hand feels kind of cool. Cold? Okay. Can you put them back in here? And what are you feeling now?
This one feels cold now.
Wait, you say your left hand is feeling, this one's feeling cold, and this one's feeling warm? But they're in the same water. So how can they be in the same water and feeling different things? No, you had a great idea. You said they were kind of used to feeling. So the interesting thing about how we sense temperature is, here's a paper towel. And if you like the interesting thing, Nikolai, on how we sense temperature is it's all relative to what we felt before. So, have you guys ever gone in a whirlpool? Anyone? A whirlpool or a hot tub? Or,
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't like.
Yeah, so when you first get in, how does it feel? Hot. And then if you get out and you jump into the pool, how does it feel? Have you ever gone in the hot tub and then jumped into the pool? And how does it feel?
Cold.
Cold! And it feels like super cold. So one thing that could be telling us is that, hey, it's how we sense temperature is we compare it to what we were feeling before. Now the weird thing is when you get into that pool and it's super cold, does it stay that way if you stay in the pool? No, what happens? Slowly, like, do you think does the water change temperature? No. Your body gets used to it. And what that is called is its sensory adaptation. What we use to sense temperature adapts and doesn't tell us anymore that it's super cold. Why? Do you think that's a good thing or do you think that's a bad thing? No. Well, yeah, it could be a good thing. Why would you think? So,
If you were in a really hot place and moved to a really cold place, then instead of being cold, then like you could change so that you won't feel.
Then your body can adapt,
Yeah.
and if we didn't have that, then you would always be really cold.
you guys are both right. So if you moved to a cold place and you always thought every time you went outside, it's freezing, could you ever think about anything else? Like, do you think you would want to ever play basketball outside if you always thought it was freezing? Or like, do you think you would want to walk or ride a bike if you always thought it was freezing? Right, so it's actually really good that the way we sense temperature adapts. So that when we go to places, we're not always thinking about the temperature, and yet we get used to it. I have another question for you guys. Cooper and Hassan, do you think, would we get the same sensation if we stuck, let's say, our hands in, or maybe our lips in, versus if we stuck our elbow in?
Yeah. So some places have to be more nervous.
Yeah, your elbow doesn't have
There's that thing where you can pinch your elbow like as hard as you are and it doesn't hurt at all.
Right. So you're saying that there's not as many nerves in some places in your body. Now, why? Do you guys have an idea? Like, so do you think we probably have the most nerves on our lips?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we want the same amount of receptors or nerve endings that are on our lips everywhere in our body? Why couldn't we have this is just as many as our lips?
Because if we touch something or hurt,
Yeah, it'd make us like tougher. Maybe like if we fell or something.
Yeah, that's a totally great idea, that it would make us tougher, so that we wouldn't always feel as much pain here as here. I'm gonna ask everyone one more question. And that is, have you ever gone to a pool, let's say, and you stick your toe in, and it feels okay? It doesn't feel that cold?
Yeah.
But then when you jump in, how does it feel? Really cold, and yet it's the same water. So why do you think when you stuck your toe in, it felt kind of okay, but when you jumped in all the way, it felt really cold? Nikolai, you have an idea? I love that answer. So how does this feel? Cold. And now, can we go into these? And go slowly. So now, how does your left hand feel? Hot. And do you think if you kept it in here, would it start to feel hotter, hotter, hotter? Or what would happen?
Feel normal, I think.
Right, it starts to feel normal. And why is that so? Yeah, and is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good thing.
Why?
So I don't always feel cold, or I always don't feel hot.
Yeah. And how's this one feel?
Really cold.
Okay, so let's go back into this water. And what's going on?
I don't know.
Well, how does this feel now?
Feels cold.
It feels cold, and how does this one feel?
Warm.
But they're in the same water. So what? It's the same water. To me, it feels the same, but to you, it feels different. What might be going on?
It's not just the hot water, so the cold water felt like cold. This is just the really cold water, when it gets here, it feels warmer.
Right, and it's because the way we sense temperature is what we call relative. It depends on what we were feeling before.